Hey y'all, I'm back with another video. In this video, I'm going to be kicking off my video saga for my Wooden Railway custom OC of one of my favorite real-life locomotives, Class 44 of the Hampton and Branchville Railroad in my home state here in the US. The reason why I want to make a custom of her is because not only does she have some fascinating history, but she also has a unique design. I love her long, slender boiler, cowcatcher details in the front, her number on her dome, her cab shape, the railroad's name on her tender, and her black and silver livery. She also had previous liveries too, but I'll discuss that in another video. Overall, she's just a unique steam engine and represents my hometown as well as my love for trains and Thomas overall. And I want to honor that by making my very own Wooden Railway custom of her. So, by saying that, I figured now was a good time to get started on my project and kick off my series of videos following alongside it. I've already shared a little bit of details on Twitter and on here, but this video is going to be more in-depth of how I'm going to start working on this custom and what each bit of material represents as it will be used to make it. As I said, I won't be touching or starting on anything just yet for this video, but for the next video, definitely. As I said, this video is just some sort of introduction vlog to start off the project as a brief planned sum up, if you will. So like this will be mini vlog 0 of the project, while the next video will be vlog 1, etc. So, with all that being said, let's get to it. So first off, judging by some of the items you've seen in pictures and will be seeing in this video, one may think that I'm planning to make this custom from scratch, and you'd be right, I am making it from scratch. Hey, if there's one thing you need to know is that your girl loves to take a step further in being creative. I could have made it from a pre-existing Wooden Railway American train model, but nah, I decided I wanted to get my hands a little more dirtier and make my own model myself. It's more fun that way. And it's also mostly because Class 44 herself design, while very cool, is also pretty simple to follow on. This long wooden pipe I have right here, I am planning to use as her boiler, and I figured the nice little thickness it has to it can work out as her boiler perfectly. So this piece right here I'm planning to obviously cut a lot smaller to make it my OC's boiler. Now this thin piece right beside it is going to be the running board. At first I was afraid it was going to be too thin, but I figured once I start putting pieces together and gluing them, then it'll be bonded pretty good and tight under the boiler piece. Also, this came in a pack as more than one, so if something was to happen to the first piece while I'm using it, then I can use another. Although I doubt that would be the case, but we'll see. For the funnel, and this is quite a funny story, I got all of this wooden material from the store that must not be named, and while browsing, I may have unscrewed this small long cylinder piece off a cheap wooden birdhouse in one of the aisles. Hey, the birdhouse was cheap and rotten anyway, so it was bound to come apart somehow despite being on sale. Don't at me. Plus, I hid the name of the store because your girl don't feel like getting sued, okay? Plus, that's what the fuck they get for once not accepting my job application. I thought I did have the right pieces for a funnel at first, but they ended up being too small. So I sent them back and I'm using this instead. So yeah, I figured this long, slender, but small piece from a birdhouse could work as her funnel. I mean, hey, it'll work, right? As for the cab, I brought some thick rectangular blocks that I plan to chop down for the final fitting onto the back of the boiler. Class 44's cab is square shaped with a curved roof. I may use some kind of drying clay for the cab roof, which I don't have yet, but as I start working on my custom, I'll get it sooner or later. But for now, these blocks are what I'm planning to use for the cab itself. Let's now move on to the wheels. Now, Class 44 herself is a 460 mixed traffic tender engine, and seeing how her wheels are black with silver lining, I figured the wheels off this tenderless Wooden Railway Fishy James I got off Amazon would do just the trick. Now, as I said in the previous post, I was also going to use this knockoff Take-Along James as well by using 4 of its wheels for the custom's 4 smaller wheels at the front to be more accurate to 44. But y'all, the more I looked at him, despite the cheap price also off of Amazon, the neatness of his condition and the fact he still had his tender just made me grow kinda sympathetic for him, and so I decided to spare him. Plus, I've grown quite fond of the little guy and paired him up with my take and play Thomas, so I won't be using him for the project. I thought, yeah, it's a Wooden Railway toy and detail is important, but at the same time, not that much detail. Plus, the main bigger wheels stand out more on a Wooden Railway toy anyway, so I'll just go with that. And last but not least, the tender. For the tender, I'm hoping to use the tender off of a Wooden Railway Donald or Douglas, seeing how their tenders are non-Fowler longer tenders that match 44's tenders look. I don't have one as of right now, but I'm sure I can also find one on Amazon somewhere for hopefully under $10. Out of everything custom related here, it's no doubt that the tender is the easiest part. Hell, just find a good tender, attach it on, design it how you want, and boom, done. And that's pretty much all I have planned for now for this project. I know it wasn't long, but like I said, it was just a brief mini vlog sum up, so, try not to expect too much here. As for the domes, I don't know. Who knows, I may snag a few pieces from that store again. Yeah, no, but seriously, I'll think of something. But as of now, that's all I have laid out. Now that I've given a basic idea of how I want to start making my Wooden Railway OC, I'm now looking forward to getting started on this project. And once I do, it will be my next video as Wooden Railway Custom Video 1. I'm excited. I've been wanting to make this thing for a long time now, and I'm happy that I now have an opportunity to. Cannot wait to kick this thing off. Before I close the video though, I have a few questions I want to ask some of you to help me start on this. For starters, do any of y'all know how I can get James off of his chassis? Like, do y'all recommend something like a flat end screwdriver or any methods y'all know? It's the main thing I have to do now before I start anything. If any of y'all know how, sound off in the comments, please. Another question is, what material do y'all use for the face? Like some customs out there, for example, the new characters in the JBS group's video, Journey Beyond Sodor How It Should Be, their faces are made from scratch entirely. So yeah, what do y'all make it out of? Do y'all make your faces out of drying clay or something else? Again, sound off all answers below. Thank you guys so much for watching this very first video introducing my Wooden Railway Custom mini vlog series. I can't wait to get started on everything. Your girl loves to be creative, as I said, and making this Wooden Railway custom from scratch gives me a big opportunity here to be as such. So, as always, stay tuned for more, and thank y'all guys so much for watching. Have a good one, y'all. Goodbye.